YouTubers, what's going on? If you are someone that is trying to level up in sales, in business, in your career, in your life, this video is for you. We're talking about how to put yourself in specific rooms. We talk a lot about, getting experience and expertise and growing and developing and all of these things. I'm going to introduce myself in a little while. But the bottom line is we have to put ourselves in rooms, and sometimes we're not super focused on really what the focus of the room is. So I'm going to go through 5 types of rooms, give you a couple of examples, and I'll introduce myself after I give you the first room. Okay. So the first room that I have on my list is a room where I get motivated, right? So this type of room for business, for your career, for your job, for your life looks like gym. It looks like the people around you are doing our imperfect action, doing, accomplishing, striving, failing, succeeding, being excited about what they're doing, and you get swept up in it, right? So I'm gonna give you an example of that, right? I did a run walk on a marathon many years ago. Run walk. And I did complete it, okay? But at the end of the day, I think in my training, there were times that I hit the wall. And obviously, when you're doing the marathon, you either hit the wall and you know you hit the wall, and then you got to come through it, or you just don't hit the wall. Lo and behold, I hit the wall. It was probably I'm 19-ish, if I recall correctly. And you can feel it. Everything drains out of you. You know that you're just losing momentum. Bottom line is, you hit the wall. And because there are runners behind you and in front of you, they kind of sweep you into the momentum. So you're in this room working with people that are doing and implementing and succeeding and failing and hitting the wall with you. But because you're a part of a bigger group, you continue through the process. Okay, so that's room number one. All right, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Cheryl Parks. A lot of people know me as the sales growth coach. I work with corporate leaders to land $1 million deals by meeting their team where they are so that they present, speak, negotiate, and work the opportunity to land a new client in their own voice, understanding that they own the deal. Do I work with other business owners? Absolutely, I do, in a couple of few different ways. But at the end of the day, my focus is that I am exceptional, and I'll just say it, I'm exceptional at team selling and putting together a team, a high performance team that gets to the end of my goal of winning new business and creating a new client. Okay. So my background really quickly, 25 years in corporate sales, sold over $25 million to Fortune 1000 companies like the Wells Fargo, Discover Financial, Kaiser Permanentes of the world. And I was always the coach on the team. Recently, 3 years ago, launched my own business in the area of sales coaching, sales and mindset coaching. So that is what I do now. I also work with other coaches that have memberships of over 50 members, and they need to support their member base by either sales role plays or clarity calls or strategy calls and all of these things. Just teaching their members how to get out there and sell. Because once you have a business, that is your primary objective, sales and delivery. But in addition, if you're in a career looking for a job, there's a sales component to it. You have to be able to speak in your voice and speak for yourself and be authentic and show up for yourself. So that's what I do. Okay, let's get to room number two. Room number two is the experience room. It's different from the motivation room because the motivation room, you get swept up in it. The experience room looks like the difference between you going out to a nice, posh, I made that word up, posh dinner. No, I didn't. Nice, posh dinner where they roll out the red carpet, everyone's dressed a certain way. You come in, you're seated, you're offered, the offer of the food and the way you're going to consume the experience is different than when you go to McDonald's and you stand at the counter and you say, I'm gonna have a value meal, as if you don't know what you want. So there's a difference in that experience. And then midway between those two experiences, you get the opportunity to stand up and order and someone brings it to your table. And then there's another experience where someone comes to your table and the server is maybe just in a t-shirt and jeans, and it's a little bit like more low key, right? So different experiences. You want to put yourself in areas where you experience a variety of things because the conversations are different in different rooms, right? So if you go out and you're at a, I don't know, $200 a person meal, whether it's an event or a restaurant, that's going to be different than going out to dinner and splitting a check for $100 for two people or four people, right? Okay, that's the experience room. The experience room allows you to hear different conversations from different perspectives. And that's what you want to really just go through the whole variation. Okay. Number three, I call it the stretch your brain room, but it's actually the education room. So it's the room you're in now, where you are taking in some education on what are the rooms I need to be in to level up my sales, business, and lifestyle. Okay. So you're in the education room. The education room is about, listen, teaching you something. The education room is about pushing you to a different level. The education room stretches your brain. That's why I call it the stretch room. It stretches your brain to do calculus when you've only taken a class in algebra, right? And so now all of a sudden, your brain is trying to morph around and go, how do I figure out how to get this over here? Maybe you're using your right brain instead of your left brain, all of those things, right? So that is the stretch your brain. That's the education room, where effectively you are stretching to get to a higher level. Then there's a room that I'm really excited about because I only really discovered this room about 3 years ago when I started my business. And big, big, big shout out to my accountability partners. I am in two, not one, but two accountability rooms. One is, I'm just going to state this for the record. One is by phone with one person, myself and one person. The other one is via Zoom, and it's myself and three other people that show up for each other and ourselves every single week for the last 2.5 years, going on 3 years. And we now call our accountability group a $1 Million Mastermind because we have actually, in fact, gotten to that level in terms of our businesses where we're generating revenue and we are looking to hit that $1 million mark by the end of 2022. Okay, so you can change these accountability rooms into something that works for you. We are accountable, but we're also popping the top on each of our businesses to understand who needs help where and what that help looks like and things of that nature. Okay, so that's the accountability room. If you don't have an accountability partner, please trust me. If you get one and you do it the right way, short calls, okay, can be 30 minutes, can be 45 minutes. You each drop in what you're going to be accountable for the next week and why. Ask for help if you need it, and then you basically document it. And then the next week you follow up and you create new deliverables. Works like a charm. It will move you forward. And your accountability partners, you as well, are supposed to call each other out. If for some reason I didn't finish something that I said I was going to do, like my accountability partners are like, why didn't you get it done? Right? Because we all know as business owners, sometimes there's not we don't have the person looking over our shoulder anymore saying, hey, what didn't you do today? Okay. So I'm going to keep going so that this doesn't get too lengthy. The last room I'm going to discuss, and there are many other rooms, right? The last type of room I'm going to discuss is enjoyment and I call it edutainment when we put them together, education and entertainment, but it's enjoyment and entertainment. The reason for that, for example, quickly, I checked out a Golden State Warriors game on Monday night where they beat the Memphis Grizzlies by a hair. It doesn't matter in sports. But at the end of the day, that was my first time in the brand new arena in San Francisco. I had been to the one in Oakland. I will tell you, I will never look at any NBA game the same again. It's because I had the opportunity to be entertained and actually enjoy myself in an arena that was completely different than anything else I've ever been in. And so when you start putting yourself in different rooms, your conversation changes, your language changes, the way you carry yourself changes, the things you observe change. So that is it. I don't want this to be too long. I'm Cheryl Parks. I'm the sales growth coach. If any of this resonates with you and you're just saying to yourself, I need to be in different rooms, but I don't know how to get there, right? If any of this resonates, go ahead and reach out to me. I will drop it in the comments so that you are able to get in touch with me and we can schedule some time to talk. Pretty simple call. I'm probably the least salesy, pushy person that you'll ever meet, but I love to help people. I love to serve people. And if I can't get you a solution, I know people that can get you a solution. Okay. So that's it. Go and have a wonderful day, afternoon, night, and I will see you soon. Get in the right room. One of the best things you can do for yourself is just put yourself in additional rooms. All right, take care.